We welcome you to Gardiner Area High School, proud home of the Gardiner Tigers, as Muncie Media Sports brings you high school basketball action. Tigers taking the floor, getting set to go, undefeated on the season. They'll take on the Nokomis Warriors. Hello, everybody. I'm Rob Munson. Gary Verhill joins me here. Dick Layton doing our stats. Owen Munson running the camera. Chris Wheeler sending this production out to all the ships at sea as we bring you another high school basketball game. Well, Gardiner Tigers continue to be on a roll, but they had a tough time against a very good Nokomis team early on in the season, Gary Verhill. That was a game that was one of the closest contests the Gardiner Tigers have had all year. So Nokomis on the floor. We'll take a look at the Nokomis Warriors, Gary, and what they bring to the table here as they come in to a jam-packed jab, the John A. Bagoli Memorial Gymnasium.
Yeah, welcome everybody here tonight. First of all, before we get started, we want to wish Rob. Rob had a birthday here in the last 2 weeks since we've seen him.
Couple of days?
Yeah, couple of days. So he's got his application in for the wheelchair club.
Yeah.
And if you see him on the road.
Beth got me a nice recliner. Next year, she'll get me probably a full scholarship to the home. So I'll take that recliner with me, so we'll be all set to go.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
Reached out on Facebook. I didn't know I had so many folks on Facebook.
Well,
Holy cow, they were coming out of the woodwork. I really thank everybody for the wonderful wishes here as I turned 70, and I think I'm finally starting to mature a little bit, Gary, so that's good.
Well,
we're hoping that'll be something coming up.
When you catch up with Dick and I, you'll know.
Yeah.
But it was good to see you. Make it another year. It's always good when we sit here and wish you happy birthday.
Thank you, Gary.
I've done it for 15 years here. So.
I know.
All right.
Fantastic.
So anyway, let's get to basketball here tonight. I think that's what we're here for. Nokomis comes in here, much improved team, and they've come on strong. They've won 4 out of their last 5 games. They're coached by Chelsea Crockett, and I think this team's got some pretty good size. There's no 6'4", 6'3", but they've got a lot of 5'9", and few 5'9" and 5'10" girls. And they've got the King sisters, one senior, one freshman, and they'll do most of the shooting for Nokomis Warriors here tonight. So this is a rematch of a 61-55 game back on January 10th at Newport with the Tigers coming out ahead. So I'm really calling for a real close game here tonight.
Well, I think that's what everybody wants that. You're heading into tournament time, Gary. 4 games left in the regular season, and tournament teams. You want that tournament look. You've certainly got a tournament atmosphere here in the Gardiner Gym as the fans have poured out again tonight. It is Youth Night. Going to have a lot of little ones running around. The future of Gardiner Tiger basketball certainly will be in full swing tonight. Well, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the undefeated Gardiner Tigers when we come back to the jab after this.
Started by the Corliss family in Pittston in 2019, Corliss Gravel Pit offers some of Kennebec County's highest quality gravel products. Located just south of the old Cedar Grove Road, on the right off Route 27, we are committed to providing outstanding products at a fair price. We offer a variety of products for all of your needs. At Corliss Gravel Pit, our loader is always ready and on site. Local deliveries on larger quantities are always available. And we offer discounts on large quantities as needed. We also offer plowing and sanding services during those tough Maine winters.
Corliss Gravel Pit is family owned and operated since 2019, producing Kennebec County's highest quality gravel at a fair price.
Started by the...
Hi, my name is Shana Everson, and I'm with the Atlantic Youth Sports Inc. As a nonprofit athletic program, we strive to develop young people into successful athletes and leaders by focusing on 3 values: confidence, teamwork, and respect. Our programs include basketball, lacrosse, softball, and volleyball. Our vision is continuing to build for the community as we have grown to 10+ teams with 3 other athletic programs and having an opportunity to build a home. And because of your support, we have an outdoor court in West Gardiner. thank you to our volunteers, athletes, and coaches who put in the dedication to create our home. If you would like to donate today, please go to www.aysinc.org/donate and make a difference tomorrow. Hi.
Rob Munson, Gary Verhill. Dick Layton here for your call tonight from the Johnny Bergoli Memorial Gymnasium. We'll take a look at the Gardiner Tigers. You've seen them quite a few times on Munson Media, undefeated on the season, and all the press is living up. Preseason press talked about Tigers being a definite contender. They have done that and more. They're having a terrific season led by Lizzie Gruber and her cast of characters, but it's a very deep team, Gary.
Certainly is, Rob, and we've watched them come to a 14-0 season right here, and coming tonight out here playing the Nokomis Warriors, who they've already met here in January. The first thing I want to do is give a shout-out to Kristen Prey, freshman basketball coach. She finished her season here with a 9-0 record, which I think is fantastic, and we've got our JV coach, Brittany Giroux, with a 15-0 now.
Yeah, there's Gardiner Tigers girls basketball, for you folks that may be watching for the first time, they do not have a loss in the program. Their middle school is also loaded. This is a really deep program, and you're going to see why tonight when you see the little kids run out there and take a look at the future of Gardiner Tiger basketball. This is where those kids came from, that very strong youth program.
And that's why Mike Gray sleeps so well at night, because he doesn't have to worry. He's still growing, and he just has no worries. Anyway, back to the program here. This is a rematch of January 10th at Newport, where the Tigers getting a slim win, 61-55. I think that's the closest game they've had this season.
Yeah, that and the Lawrence game, second game of the season.
Right,
right?
I'm sorry, yeah. And the Tigers, you know, I had mentioned I thought this was going to be a little tougher game than I thought, but I got to mention there's 2 or 3 Nokomis players that aren't going to be here in the lineup tonight. That may be a big difference. Let's look at the Tigers' schedule ahead. They've got to play serious basketball before they go to the Civic Center, because they got Coney, number 2, playing away. They've got number 3, Lawrence, away, and number 7, Scout Hegan, at home on February 9th to end the season before turning. 3 tough games coming up after this one.
I think if you made the schedule and you were Mike Gray, this is exactly what you want to do, is you'll be into like tournament play.
Exactly,
the final 4 games of the season.
Right. It's so it's going to be an exciting 2 more weeks before they head up to the Augusta Civic Center. So, good crowd in here tonight. I mean, I don't see this standing room only here.
Yeah, of course it's youth night, as we said, and one of the parents coming in with a little one on her shoulder was the other 1,000-point scorer in Gardiner High School history, Amy Stilfen. I saw Amy come in, and Lizzie was up here in the little gym, and I said, "Hey, have you ever seen Amy Stilfen?" She says no, so she tucked her head out the window and, was able to spy the other one of many great plays in the program history, but the other 1,000-point scorer. And, we've had some great ones here. You and I were talking about Lauren Chadwick, and come to find out, Mike Gray told us Lauren just missed by about 25 or 23 points. But he thinks that Lauren, although unofficially, because I'm not sure they have that record, that Lauren may have the school record for most steals in a career. She was flat out a thief. Yes. On the basketball floor. Yeah. And I just had pop up on my Facebook page, Gary, that shot from 9 years ago when Lauren was a freshman, where they got a rebound the end of the half. I think it was against Oxford Hills. She took one dribble, let it go from over 3/4 court, and hit it at the buzzer in the quarter of the first half, I think. One of the greatest shots I've ever seen in this gym.
I can remember that just like that, and I can't remember where my toothbrush is, but I remember that shot. She coming up to that midcourt and letting that thing go.
Well, it wasn't even midcourt, Gary. I swear it's 3/4 court. I got to find that. I'll get that back up again sometime. So that was one of the great moments here in the John A. Bergoli Memorial Gymnasium. Well, packed house coming up. We've got Josh Jenkins, the voice of Gardiner Tiger basketball. He's set up. He's going through his pregame as well, going through all his vowels and consonants and all that. He'll be set to go. But before that, we'll take a break. We'll come back in the pregame. More pregame from the Jab after this.
The New England Aviation Academy is Maine's only official service training center and service training partner. NEAA is strategically located at the Brunswick Executive Airport in beautiful Brunswick, Maine, which is on the Atlantic coast and only an hour to the mountains in the western part of the state. The aircraft used by NEAA to train our students and rent to current pilots are all technically advanced airplanes, have the Cirrus airframe parachute system, and are the newest model generation. We train in the best equipment in the marketplace, which not only ensures clients are learning to fly aircraft the industry is utilizing on a daily basis, but also is the safest and most reliable. NEAA's facility at KBXM includes a spacious heated hangar, classroom space, and a private briefing room, which make for an optimal learning experience. So, come fly our 2021 Cirrus SR20 and experience the Cirrus life. Elliott Office Products is a family-owned business that has been around since 1985. Grampy Charlie started the business as a service technician, and it has evolved into a full-servicing printing company. From simple copies to full logo design, we offer it all under one roof. Located in Farmingdale, Maine, we are at the heart of many different communities. We love assisting new and existing customers with any of their printing needs. Stop by, call, email, or send us a message on Facebook. We would love to help. Pride, tradition, and excellence are long-standing hallmarks of Gardiner Tigers athletics. Burke's Roofing and Masonry is likewise proud of our tradition of excellence. Our team of professional roofing contractors has more than 40 years of combined experience, as well as the training and knowledge to get the job done right the first time. We are proud to be a second-generation family-owned and operated business. Call us today for all your roofing and masonry needs. Coaches know you can't win a game without proper planning and execution. Let Gosline Retirement Planning coach you into a confident retirement. Here at Gosline Retirement, we provide that proper planning and help you utilize a step-by-step approach on all facets of your retirement planning. We provide guidance on income planning, wealth management, understanding taxation, Medicare and long-term care, and legacy and estate planning. We pride ourselves on working hard for those who have worked hard their entire lives. So, schedule your appointment today and let the team at Gosline Retirement Planning put together a retirement game plan for you.
We're back here at the Johnny Bergoli Memorial Gymnasium. We want to thank all our wonderful sponsors making these games possible as we get into the final third of our season, our live coverage, and also want to thank all of you who have taken the time to donate to us. I've tried to update it as much as I can, but I did have one come in as I got here tonight. But we thank all the folks who have made donations to our cause, and we certainly put it right back into the program. You saw the camera that we had set up. Didn't have enough time nor the equipment. The other set of equipment is down already set up. We've been busy down at Central Maine Community College, so we have a full setup down there and a setup here. And to do that in-zone camera like we did last time on the baseline, we have to combine the two kits, and yeah, they're separate right now. So one of the stranger things happening tonight is we have two officials here. Normally have three, a lot of games tonight, and the officials that we're seeing tonight across the way work the JV game.
Right. And they just got done with that, where the Gardiner JV girls with another big win, bringing them to 15-0. And now we're looking for the Gardiner varsity to follow suit here. I want to say hello to some friends that are watching here tonight for the first time. Debbie Champagne down there in Tampa, Florida. Welcome, Deb. I know you had a bad experience last night with another vendor screen, and I'm sure you're going to see a lot better picture here tonight.
Let's go down to Josh Jenkins, voice of the Tigers.
And welcome to Youth Night here at Verdoli Gymnasium for tonight's KVAC girls matchup between the visiting Warriors of Nokomis High School and your Gardiner Tigers. That's what I like to hear. I ask, as always, that everyone please display good sportsmanship at all times while in attendance. Anyone who is heckling officials or outwardly complaining about officials' calls, yelling at opposing players, fans, spectators, or otherwise displaying poor sportsmanship may be asked to leave immediately. Please let the players play, the coaches coach, and the officials officiate. Before introducing the players, I would like to take a moment to recognize our officials. We are immensely grateful for the officials we have this evening. Without them, there would be no event for our kids. If you are interested in becoming an official, please contact your school's athletic director. Thank you. In addition, this week has been designated by the International Association of Approved Basketball Officials Incorporated as Officials versus Cancer Week. Please notice our officials are wearing a pink and blue whistles rather than the standard black whistle. These colors represent the cause of fighting cancer. Cancer touches many of us, and our officials are promoting the need for all of us to continue to raise funds for this very worthy cause. This week, officials throughout Maine are donating part of their name fee to support this cause. Please consider doing likewise. Enjoy tonight's game, and thank you. And now, the starters for the visiting Nokomis Warriors. Number 10, Cameron King.
Oh, here you
Number
go.
12, Danica Migliore.
Migliore.
Number 20, Reagan King. Number 22, Brianna Townsend. And number 44, Addison Hawthorne. Nokomis is coached by Chelsea Crockett and assisted by Ashley Black and Alyssa Bragg. And now, let's put your hands together for your Gardiner Tigers! Number 14, Taylor Kakatsu. Number 21, Savannah Brown. Number 22, McKenna Johnson. Number 23, Megan Gallagher. And number 44, Lizzie Gruber. Gardiner is coached by Mike Gray and assisted by Brittany Giro and Kristen Craig.
We'll stay right here for the anthem.
Name are Mr. Eddie Proctor and Mr. Rusty Hopkins. At this time, would you all please stand and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem performed by Jackson Gray on his guitar made from the former Jim Floyd.
Well, that was something. Jackson Gray, Mike Gray's son, head coach of the Gardiner Tigers. And the story behind the story, for those of you that don't know, that guitar is made out of the old floor that was ruined during a rainstorm back in 2019 or so, Gary? 2019.
Early in that was.
Yeah, no, it was in around that time. So anyway, they saved some of the wood, and I think it was Brent Larson made that guitar, gave it to the Boosters Club, the raffle, and Mike won the raffle. Gave it to his son. So that's the story of the national anthem. Tigers win it. Brown right to Gruber. Lizzie up and home. Preset play out of the gate.
Tigers jumping in a quick man-to-man right here early in the game.
And they will get a kick. You're talking about some height. Migliori at 5'8". She's one of the 5'8" kids you were talking about, number 12.
Yeah, and they're missing a couple that I had expected to be here. Hawthorne was 5'9". Nobody over the 6-foot mark, so they're going to have a hard job stopping Lizzie here tonight.
So it was Cameron King.
First team foul. Cameron King, shooting 2.
That foul's on McKenna Johnson.
Cameron King, the 5'7" senior, hits one of 2. Johnson, Brown now. Savvy holds outside. They'll get in the half-court set. Kick out to Gallagher. Gallagher loops it inside. Back outside to Brown for a 3. Won't go. Brown follows her shot. Drives through, lays it up and in. Savvy Brown.
That's the way you teach a kid to follow his shot. She did a fantastic job. Came in, recovered, took the layup.
And now on a steal. Brown's in feisty territory right there.
Before we get too deep, I want to say hello to Doug and Karen Anderson for watching in tonight from up in Halldale.
Gary's turning to Casey Kasem right before our very eyes. He'll be sending out long-distance dedications. Knocked downtown. Townsend, Bree Townsend. Hit the bomb. That was a good catch and release. 4-4. Into Gruber. She spins, goes up. Can't get it, tips it. Townsend with it here. Stolen away, McKenna. And we'll get our second tie-up. Megan Gallagher is a terrific defender. And you saw her quick hands there. And also a dynamic three-point shooter. Kicked in the corner. Brown's going to launch another one. Lets it go. Won't go, but there's Gruber. She got it tipped away. Some good defense underneath. Gruber says, give it to me.
You know, isn't that just what you want to do, Rob? You got the height advantage here. Take those outside shots. If they hit the rebound, Lizzie's right there to get it, or Tay.
Yeah, you like that strategy, and we've seen the Tigers go to that a little bit more. Well, we thought this was going to be a feisty affair, and it has started that way. Welcome all our fans watching up in Nokomis. They do a terrific job with Nokomis TV. Back when I was doing the video production back at the middle school level in the 90s, they and us were about the only folks that were doing video. They had Ray, I forget what his name was, last name was, just a terrific man up there running their Jaws for Maine grads program. He was a terrific guy. Died much too young. Tigers looking to run here. Ahead is Brown, where she sometimes is. She'll put it up and won't go. Gruber will get the rebound, and ball's on the floor, and Nokomis fighting for it, and they get it. They'll pop it back outside now to Hawthorne. She'll get it deep. Townsend. Kick back out to Hawthorne. In the corner, long 3, and hunted down there by Townsend. I believe Bree just committed to UMaine for field hockey. Floater up and in. Nice finish that time, Cameron King.
Cameron King, the senior leader on the Nokomis Warrior team.
As you mentioned, Gary, Nokomis is not coming in here fearful, that's for sure. That one's way offline. by Brown.
They just, I mentioned to you earlier, Rob, they're coming off a 53-51 win over Scout Egan last night.
Second one on McKenna Johnson. So
They're
Coach
playing-
Odie looking at the bench there. We're going to get somebody in the game quickly here.
They're playing back-to-back games here.
Emily Brown will come in. Emily typically first one off the bench for any of the guards.
As many of you know, follow the Tigers, their bench is probably 10 or 11 deep.
Good effort there by Sari Brown into the front row of the bleachers where she's protected down there. I think it was her mom. It was. Stacy was down there taking care of her daughter. Always her mother. Great job. Stacy was a great basketball player here for us as well. Popped way downtown here by Townsend. She hit an early one. That one didn't go. She got it back. Bree Townsend. Tricky dribbles, kicks it back outside. This is King with it. King. Hawthorne. Gruber's on her. Picks up her dribble. They'll get it right side. Hawthorne pops from the foul line, and Gruber picks it up. Here comes Lizzie on the swoop. She's picked up by Townsend. Kicks it back outside. Brown kicks. Gallagher's lined up for a three. Going to be offline. Gruber with a rebound only she could do. Right? Only she could do it.
Right.
With that pterodactyl-like wingspan. Tipped away. Takatsu, as she often does in the passing lane, tipped it away, and Gruber picked up the loose ball. Comes the corner. Emily Brown rings it in and out, won't go, and Hawthorne gets the rebound. King now, left side held. Now Townsend on the go, on the take, into the baseline, gets in trouble, gets it to Hawthorne. Hawthorne, Gallagher strips her.
Good hustle by Megan Gallagher there.
Brown waiting for the troops. To Gruber at the elbow, back outside. Takatsu's going to launch a three, won't go. Nice effort by Emily Brown, but out of bounds. 8-6, back and forth we go. Been a good game. A lot of action here so far. Glad you could join us here in Munson Media Sports. Friday night basketball in a town in Maine with a full gymnasium. Nothing like it, Gary.
No, can't beat it.
We're glad to be bringing it
And one of the
to
best,
you.
One of the best concession stands in the state.
Oh, absolutely. They were chosen number one by Dave Dyer during the fall season. And just as good during the winter. Long three, won't go. Swooped in, rebound,
Rich.
Townsend for two. Bree's a really terrific athlete, the senior. Multi-sport athlete. 9-8, Tigers up by one. Emily Brown's going to launch one. Won't go, and somebody's on the floor, but they're out to Townsend, but stolen away by Gallagher. Gallagher through traffic. Here comes Gallagher on the break. Gallagher got stripped away. That was King on the strip. Townsend goes, swoops up, puts it home. What a play.
That was a beautiful play.
So,
She's got 7 points. 7 of the 10 already.
Nokomis up early. Tigers have not shot well. Gallagher.
No, the Tigers are getting one shot, and that's it.
That ends up being a pass to Gruber. And Gruber somehow, some way, through her legs, threw it off the Nokomis defender. Take a look at this. This is going to be Townsend. Watch her come in. Spins around Gary in the paint. She's contested well. Throws it up high off the glass and
what
for
a beautiful
two.
play, huh? They're going to have to stop her inside.
Gruber didn't get the first, got the second.
Eight points for Lizzie already.
So the two premier players are getting it done. Gruber with a rebound. Tigers look to break. Here they come.
There they
Savvy
go.
Brown with it.
3-on-1.
Got Takatsu. Takatsu lays it up and lifts it home. Beautiful pass from Savvy Brown. We'll stay right with it. We'll show you this fast break.
Tiger basketball done good. What a beautiful play over to the right. You see all 2-on-1, and can't see.
Not an easy finish there. We don't have a monitor tonight there. That, as we said, half our equipment's down at CM, so turn around looking at the monitor behind us. And that was a terrific finish. And what Takatsu did so well there, Gary, as when Taylor came in, she had to get her footwork down, being on the left side. She went right-handed and scooped it up off the glass and in, and she shuffled her feet just perfectly.
Yeah, sort of a trademark for the Tigers when they get running. It's hard to stay with them. You watch her come down. Nice, beautiful pass over to Taylor. Up with the right hand off the board and in. Nice job by Taylor Takatsu. I mean, if you're going to beat the Tigers, you're going to have to run. It isn't going to be set up offense and shoot.
And you've got to have your premier players step up, and so far, they've done that.
I mean,
Townsend leading them in scoring. As Reagan King goes in, lifts it up, and nobody got the rebound. And foul underneath. It's going to be Nichols on the foul now in the game.
Rob, can I just say something about Lizzie here?
Sure.
We've watched her for 4 years. And you remember 2 years ago, we were always setting up here, and it was always second quarter. Lizzie was in a little bit of foul trouble. Do you remember those days?
Yes.
She hardly ever gets into foul trouble. I don't think she has this year. But you don't see her with 2 or 3 fouls at halftime anymore.
Right.
She's really grown from that stage as a freshman.
Reagan King hit them both, and we're tied at 12. Good one here from Gardiner. We're glad you're with us. It's going to be a cocker. Gruber out high. Gallagher, the three-point shooter, trying to get her loose. They do there. And
Megan.
not an easy shot for Gallagher. She came off the screen, put it up on the fly, and count the basket. So Cameron King answers. Emily Brown's first foul. 4th team foul, only 1 foul on Nokomis. We got both teams playing well here, Gary. This is good. This is good. We talked about attorney preview. That's what we're getting here so far.
Yeah, you've got 2 Class A North tournament teams here tonight.
Nichols back outside to Brown. They'll get Gallagher. She's on the hunt this time. Nichols into Gruber, double team, but she spins, puts it up, won't go. Rebound underneath. Nichols back outside. Brown's going to launch from there, won't go. Here comes Nokomis. Townsend goes and finishes. And she had Gruber swooping in on her, and it didn't matter to Townsend. Little inside-outside game. Won't go. Nichols to rebound back outside to Nichols. 2 Nichols in. That's thrown through traffic, but Gallagher got it somehow. He'll settle it down. Taryn Nichols with it here. Tried to get it into Gruber. Gruber's got half the state on her, but she puts it up and in.
What a move.
Kevin McHale-like for those of you that go back to the Celtics of the 80s. Gruber with the steal. Good defense by Nichols. Comes Gallagher. We're tied at 17. Exciting first quarter. 10 seconds left. Gallagher's going to hold Nichols. Launched way downtown. The high rebound. Gruber tried to keep it alive, and there's your buzzer. And we have played a first quarter of basketball here from the John A. Bergoli Memorial Gymnasium. You see the score. We're tied at 17. Stay with us. Going to be a great one. We're back after this.
When you choose a financial institution to entrust your hard-earned money to, bigger is not necessarily better. Will you be noticed? Will you be heard? At Gardiner Federal Credit Union, our members aren't account numbers, they're our friends and neighbors. Each member has a vote, a voice. What matters to you matters to us. Lending decisions are based not solely on your credit score, but on who you truly are. We work diligently to end hunger. We volunteer in our local schools and throughout the community supporting neighborhood events. We are local people making local decisions, investing in our members and giving back to our communities. Gardiner Federal Credit Union, where your money has a voice.
Strategic Real Estate Services, serving all buyers and sellers. 2 locations, 335 Water Street, Gardiner, and 83 Kennedy Memorial Drive, Waterville. From residential to commercial, solutions and strategies that equal results for you. Visit strategicreservices.com or call 485-1105.
High scores.
We're back. Dick will check the high scores first. We don't have Dick Mike tonight. As we said, our set of equipment already being used down at Central Maine. Cam King with it. Gets cut off. Tigers. Popped outside by King. She puts it around the rim and in. Cameron King. 2017.
Townsend with 9 points. Lizzie Gruber with 10 here in the end of the first quarter.
Popped outside. There's another 3. Savvy Brown with 2 threes in the game. Teams are trading punches. Heavyweight battle. Tigers in a zone here now, Gary.
I think they're changing it up just a little bit because I think they're a little surprised how much Nokomis is going to the inside. Now they're back out.
Nokomis being patient. Popped outside there by King. She's got a 3. Nokomis has come in shooting lights out.
Reagan King on that one.
Johnson. Brown now. Inside. Kind of forced to Gruber. Back over to Grady. Grady's cut off. She's in trouble, but she gets it back outside. Brown shoots it almost off the backboard and in. Grady feisties up. Grady, a feisty defender for the Tigers. Comes Nokomis. They'll be patient now. They'll pop the 3 outside. They continue to shoot lights out.
Yeah, they're just on fire.
Reagan King. So they've come in and shot as well as any team we've seen all season long in here. They've come in with no fear, nor should they. They're a talented group.
No fear and 2 or 3 players out, so they...
Gruber, Grady now. Tigers, they'll get it outside for the 3. That won't go.
Tigers just not getting that second shot that they need to do off the boards.
Foul be off Gruber. On Gruber, I'm sorry. Just her first. 5 fouls on the Tigers. Only 1 foul on the Nokomis.
Coach Gray taking a timeout here, so.
Well, again, we want to thank all the fine folks who have helped us make these games possible. Of course, our sponsors, 19-7. Nokomis up on the Gardiner Tigers in the boys game. That's being played at Nokomis. We're monitoring that one as well for you. We thank you very much, Chris Wheeler, for getting us that information. At halftime, they'll introduce the future of Gardiner Tiger basketball, as this is youth night for the girls basketball program. They'll have youth night for the boys. They had to reschedule this one of the games that got snowed out, so they'll reschedule that one. I think they already have. I'm not sure when. I don't think it's a game we're doing.
I believe it's a game next week.
We've got some games at Halldale. We've got to finish our work at Halldale as well, so we'll be up there for some games and busy down at the colleges. Cameron King, she's been good. Dick is, we got a ball on the floor, timeout. You got youth night, you got a basketball rolling out on the floor. It's a Nerf ball, so it wasn't going to cause any problems. And it really didn't take anything away from what was happening. The action was well outside, so they were lucky to have that happen. Townsend going to roll it outside. Tigers back in man, Gary.
Yes, they are. And
Hawthorne with it. She'll kick it back outside. So they're going inside, outside, and they've been really connecting from the outside. This is the best shooting club we've seen come into the gym against the Tigers.
Yes, it is, and they're fairly quick.
Grady doing a good job. Going to credit Emily Grady. They put Emily Grady on, and she's face guarding Bree Townsend right now. And Grady is a tenacious defender. Gallagher come in, maybe do the same thing. So big high five for Emily Grady.
Yeah, we know the caliber of Megan Gallagher's defense. We saw that last year. We've seen it all this year, too.
That was thrown right into the hands of King. King swoops it home. 8-point lead. by Nokomis.
You just wonder if Nokomis is going to get worn down. They've only got 10 players here tonight.
Power step through by Taylor Takatsu for 2. Nice floor spacing, Nokomis. This is a well-coached team. Look at how the floor spacing
Certainly is. You don't see a lot of turnovers, do you?
Very few turnovers in the game. Dick will have all the stats at half, 4:33 left. That time unofficial. Chris does a pretty good job keeping it close. They'll spin it across to Brown. Ended Takatsu off the elbow, and she swishes it. They're going to the other options now, aren't they? They're hitting Taylor Takatsu, and that's one of the things the Tigers will do. They'll probe you, and they'll try to figure out where your defenders are, and their kids are pretty balanced, just like this Nokomis team. They're very balanced as well. Comes out high, rebound to Gallagher. Gallagher on the take. Gets it to Gruber. Gruber lost the handle. Stolen away by Townsend. Here she comes on the take. Stops and stripped away by Takatsu. Good job by Taylor hustling back. Made the
Taylor,
play.
McKenna. Both of them hustling back there defensively.
4-point lead, Nokomis. 3:55 left. First half action from Gardiner. Rob Munson, Gary Verhill. Dick will join us at half with the stats. Comes the inbounds. Close, tipped away. Hawthorne holds. On the take is King. King will put it up and in. And Coach Mike Ray wants a full timeout. We'll take the timeout as well. Great start to this one. 30-24, Nokomis Warriors over the Gardiner Tigers. We're back after this.
I'm Greg Glynn, athlete brand advisor and CEO of Pliable. Pliable helps high school, college, and professional athletes build their athlete brand. New name, image, and likeness opportunities are a game changer for athletes and for businesses. To learn more about social media marketing and endorsement opportunities for your brand, visit pliablemarketing.com or call 1-707-PLIABLE.
The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation is proud to support Munson Media's production of live streaming high school sports. We recognize the hard work and dedication of Maine's high school student athletes, and we applaud Munson Media's pioneering live streaming efforts. The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation.
Back here, full timeout, taken by Coach Mike Gray.
Well-balanced scoring here by Nokomis Warriors. Very, very few turnovers, right, Dick? Real well-played game.
Yes, it is.
And Nokomis came down the pike to play basketball.
Well, just what you want to see this time of the year. Takatsu. See what the Tigers want to execute after coming out of the timeout. Goes up. Yes. Gruber's up and in.
There she is.
Got the outside shot by Gallagher. Didn't go, but Gruber on cleanup aisle 3. Back outside now here. Townsend going to hold. They're going to swing it over. Maligio out of bounds. Migliori in the game now here, as we said, for Nokomis.
Yeah, Megan Carver's also in for the Tigers.
And she's got, Carver came in, got the rebound.
And she'll be a big help underneath those boards.
Off the glass, won't go.
Good follow.
On the floor, out of bounds. Let's see which way. We're tangled up in blue there. We'll help Lizzie up. Right down in front of the student section there. Big student contingent in tonight. Little kids in here with their parents tonight.
Yeah,
50-50's already up at $400.
Yeah, there's no place to sit here either. It's full. Good
Just
crowd from Nokomis too, Rob.
Oh yeah, they're a great sports community. Inside to Hawthorne. Carver got a piece of it. She's on her. Gallagher pulls it up. Takatsu back to Gallagher, and here come the Tigers over the half-court stripe. Kick left side. Takatsu going to hold. They'll swing it back over. Emily Brown.
Megan all alone on that right side.
And I think that's what Takatsu was trying to do, but she got into traffic, and Townsend ended up with it. Kicks it off right side to King. Gruber the rebound. Here comes Lizzie. Lizzie swoops. Kicks it in the corner to Gallagher. Gallagher to Katsu. Surveys the scene. Gallagher's got a 3 lined up. Won't go. Gruber to Carver for 2.
Nice job by Megan Carver. Right there at the right spot. Megan, only a junior, so she's back here for another year.
King went. Goes up. Gruber's going to get called on the foul, I believe. We'll see. Second foul.
Wow.
Personal foul, 16 foul. Reagan King, shooting 2.
King will shoot 2. Reagan King. One-point lead. The biggest lead of the game was 8 points by Nokomis. They were ahead 28-20. Takatsuo set. Savvy Brown back in. Gallagher hunts down the rebound to Carver. Carver to Gruber. Gruber's going to get it over to the corner. Back out to Gruber. McKenna Johnson's going to launch on. Won't go. Rebound is loose, and I'm going to think we're going to get a foul on Carver in the rebounding action against Hawthorne.
A little pushing underneath there. A little anxious, I think, by Megan.
And with that, we'll walk down the other end of the floor and we'll shoot fouls. Hawthorne will shoot 1 and 1. Won't go. Rebound is fought for. Townsend got it. She's contested, but it came to Hawthorne. Townsend. Into Hawthorne. She goes up and knocked off Carver. It'll stay Nokomis basketball.
Officials.
They've got Gruber on Townsend now. Lizzie playing with 2 fouls.
Yeah, that's...
Hawthorne's going to launch one outside. A long one won't draw anything. Out of bounds Tiger ball with 1:03 left. Remember, our clock unofficial. Excuse me.
That might get Lizzie out of there with a minute left.
Well, Takatsu checking in, so that might be the strategy.
Yeah.
They probably want her in here for this offensive possession. Johnson, Carver back outside to Brown on the fly.
Hey.
Puts it all net. Savvy 3. She's got 3 threes in the game. Gives the Tigers a 1-point lead. Nokomis on the attack. Ruba, what a stop.
Yeah. Tuna sandwich, huh?
Stuffed crust on that one. 31-30. What a game, folks. Glad you could join us. Boy, oh boy. So they will get Gruber with 38 seconds left.
Yeah.
Takatsu checks in for her. Lizzie carrying the 2 fouls. Nokomis possession underneath. Townsend got loose for a 3. She launches it up. Won't go. Rebound. Hawthorne, tough inside player, rips board. King comes in. Knocked up and out in Tiger basketball, says Mr. Rusty Hopkins. Right on the call. 27 seconds left. Tigers up by 1. Remember, they trailed 28-20 just a bit ago. They've come back.
Want to come up here and they want to play for 1 shot right here, I think.
So Gallagher with it, you got to think that the play might go through her. Stolen away. Townsend with it. Stolen back away. It's loose again. Possession arrow is going to favor whom, Gary? I can't read it. Tigers possession with 11.2. Plenty of time. So Brown with it, looking to shake loose. She's got to get the shot off. She does. Doesn't go, out of bounds. And that is going to do it.
There was time on that clock. Well, they're going to let it go.
So we played 1 half of basketball. What a game we got going here. 31-30. Dick will tally up. We'll come back with the Dick Layton halftime show, as well as we'll see the kids introduced out on the floor for youth night. All that coming up when we come back after this.
At our firm, we have the client and only the client in mind. Our mission is to get to know and understand your needs, wants, and long-term goals. We want to help you develop, implement, and monitor a strategy that's designed to address your individual situation. We understand the challenges families face today. From managing debt to saving for college to retirement, these personal finance challenges can be overwhelming. Our commitment is to utilize all of our resources to help you pursue your goals. We believe in thinking out of the box, and we are not afraid to challenge conventional wisdom in our approach to financial services and preserving wealth. All of our energy, commitment, and efforts are focused on you, the client, and your satisfaction. At our firm, we have the client and only the client in mind. Our mission is to get to know and understand your needs, wants, and long-term goals. We want to help you develop, implement, and monitor a strategy that's designed to address your individual situation. We understand the challenges families face today. From managing debt to saving for college to retirement, these personal finance challenges can be overwhelming. Our commitment is to utilize all of our resources to help you pursue your goals. We believe in thinking out of the box, and we are not afraid to challenge conventional wisdom in our approach to financial services and preserving wealth. All of our energy, commitment, and efforts are focused on you, the client, and your satisfaction. At our firm, we have the client and only the client in mind. Our mission is to get to know and understand your needs, wants, and long-term goals. We want to help you develop, implement, and monitor a strategy that's designed to address
We're back here
your
at
individual
halftime.
situation.
You can see down to
We
my left
understand
here,
the
down on the
challenges families
baseline,
face today.
where the
From
student
managing
section
debt
is
to
typically set. They're getting the youth basketball folks organized, and nobody was more participant in youth basketball in this community than our Dick Layton. Officiated more games than anybody I know in our youth basketball program, and Dick is along for the halftime stats. Go ahead, Dick.
Well, thank you, Rob, for the introduction. This has been quite a game, 31-30 at halftime. I think Nokomis is really performing well out there. Their 8-6 record, Gardiner is unbeaten at 14-0. We'll go to Nokomis first. They've only had 3 players score, but very even score between them. The 2 King sisters right in there. Reagan King has 12 points. Cameron King has 9 points. Brianna Thompson 9 points for their 30 points. They only had 1 foul. They've had 6 turns, 1 foul. And they've played a decent game out there, I think.
Coached by Brittany Giro and Kobe
Go to the other side of the ledger for Gardiner. They're led as usual by Lizzie Gruber. She has 12 points. Savannah Brown has a couple of threes for 10.
First sponsored by State Farm.
Taylor Chicazzo with 4. A 3 for Megan Gallagher. And a 2 for Megan Carver for that 31 points. Gardiner had 5 turnovers on the game, but Gardiner had 7 fouls in the first half to Nokomis' 1. It's a 31-30 game at halftime. I don't know if anybody figured this is going to be this score, but it's a great game out there to watch. 31-30, Gardiner lead at the end of the half.
Thank you, Dick. Let's go down and pick up some of the floor festivities.
Sponsored by Dave Lawrence. Coached by Katie Stevens and Hillary Wayne.
Yeah, we don't have Josh's mic is not. He doesn't have our mic on here at this point, so he's probably turned it off to save the battery. So we'll stay on here and get the rest of the folks introduced out on the floors. They've moved from the little ones now to some of the.
Sponsored by Lisa's Legit Burritos and coached by Seth Antononi.
Seth Antononi, one of the coaches here. Seth, former Gardiner Tigers. Played for you, didn't he, Gary? Seth Antononi, I think, played for you. Seth Antononi, one of the coaches, he played for you.
Yes, he did. And what an outstanding young man he is. I haven't seen Seth for a long time.
Yeah, he's up in the board level. I think he's vice president.
To our 5th grade raise their hands.
So they're doing travel teams now. So you can see the future of Gardiner Tiger basketball is in pretty good shape here, Gary.
Pretty good numbers here for just ladies, isn't it?
To do the boys coming up.
Boys will be next week against Coney, I believe, isn't it?
Yeah, that is not a game that we are bringing you here on Munson Media. Our next game is our last game. It'll be the Skowhegan game at the end of the season. The senior girls game. We have commitments to Central Maine Community College, UMA, as well as Halldale. So we got to fit some of those games in. We've been a little bit Gardiner heavy up to this point. So got to spread out and get those other schools that sponsor us, and we'll be bringing you those games as well. So look at those kids down there. Is Chris giving a good look down there at the end line here. Big crowd in here. If we take a look down at the student section, it's thinned out a little bit because they've gone to get some concessions from the best concessionaires going, the Gardiner Tiger Boosters Club. I think Corey Giro is the president, somebody told me, of Gardiner Youth, and I think Seth is vice president. So those two getting things organized and doing a great job down there. And
I'll be right in here tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock watching my two grandsons play. Not here, but at the junior high. Well, Debbie Champagne down there in Tampa, I hope you're enjoying your first broadcast with us here from Gardiner Gym. This may look familiar with you, Deb?
Well, getting a look at the section. That's my granddaughter, Karen Munzing, right down there. Give a shout out to Karen. Of course, down on the lower left side, I talked to the guys on this. Good to see Cliff Dixon back, Gary.
Oh, yeah.
Cliff coming back after surgery. So Cliff is good. I excused Cliff from down in the back. So what do you guys call those suicides that you got to run when you touch the line and go down? Cliff is excused for a couple of weeks, but I want those other guys out there, Sam Shaw, John LaValle, those guys. I drove them. I wanted them out there doing some three-man weaves.
I talked to Sammy and John before the game. I don't think they'll be doing any weaving unless I'm with them. And I'm not going to. They're not in much better shape than I am.
Sammy coming off some recent eye surgery.
Right.
Yeah. He said, geez, I didn't know there's only 5 players per team out there. So apparently he was having some trouble with his eyes there before, so he's in good shape now. And as long as Sammy can find the hot dogs at the concession stand, he's a very happy guy. So if Sam's got to use his sense of smell, get those hot dogs, he's okay. He's going to manage okay. And he and you and Dick are some of the greatest hot dog connoisseurs.
Oh, not me anymore. I'm all done hot dogs.
What, you're off?
For a
it's
while.
not Lent yet, Gary.
No, I know that, but my nurses told me that I've got to straighten out. I had sausages last night, but no hot dogs. She won't give me hot dogs.
So we got about 6:40. I think they extended the clock here a little bit. So why don't we step away here? We'll take a break, and we'll come back and we'll set up the second half of action here for you. From Gardiner High School, the JAB, the John A. Bergoli Memorial Gymnasium after this.
Have you heard about free college?
It's free.
It's free.
It's free.
Recent high school graduates from the classes of 2020, 21, 22, and 23 can attend CMCC for free. The free college scholarship pays 2 years of tuition and mandatory fees. No income or age limits. What are you waiting for? It's free.
Leaving CM with no debt is going to set me up for my future.
Visit cmcc.edu/free for details.
Why waste valuable time and gasoline traveling around when you can enjoy one-stop shopping at Goggins IGA in Randolph? Goggins is locally owned by people you know and trust at the heart of our community. Goggins offers the convenience of one-stop shopping, in-store banking, a large selection of liquors and wines, and a full-service pharmacy. At Goggins IGA, you're in, you're out, You're home.
So we're back here to the John A. Bergoli Memorial Gymnasium. We've got one more Gardiner game here to do in our high school schedule. That'll be senior night, as the Gardiner Tiger ladies will take on Skowhegan. Gary and Dick will bring you that game. Nate and I will be up doing UMA basketball that night from the Augusta Civic Center. So we'll be having 2 games on that night. We'll have a few double game days coming up as we try to fit everybody in, certain number of games that we do for each school, and that's how we do it. We have our sponsors that help bring this to you, and then we sometimes add games like we did. We added that Mount Ararat game, and we added the Skowhegan game, and a large part of that is due to the generosity of the donations that folks have given in. And again, you saw that donation thing running here again, and since we've been on the air, I've got notification a few more people have donated. We thank you very much. What we'd like to do is be able to get cameras down both ends. And one of the other things we talked about doing, Gary, is the video production class here at Gardiner High School is doing a great job of covering the kids with imagery, pictures from every game, some video. And I'm going to talk to Miss Clausen, the teacher there, about volunteering my services to maybe set up a streaming team for the school, so the games that we don't do, that the school could do.
That's right. Yeah, good idea.
Again, I have some equipment that I could lend them to get them started on that. So that's something we're looking at down the road here. Got Nokomis 49-16 in the boys game. Nokomis over the Tigers. Tigers got a big win here the other night. Congratulations to them as they beat Erskine for their second win of the season. A young team. We look forward to covering them in the next few years. We went through some lumps with the girls program a couple of times when they were down, and they built back up, and that's what you have to do. There's an ebb and flow, of course. See the little young flag wavers going around? Owen's going to give you a picture of that. They put the flags in the hands of the kids. Look at those little tykes getting after it. I think Coach Giro's daughters are involved with that, Brittany's kids and others. Gotta love it. Anything you can do to promote pride, tradition, and excellence in your program is something that you're looking for. And certainly it's easy to rally around this Gardiner Tiger team because not only are they good athletes and good basketball players and good students, they're better people.
Oh, they are.
They are better people. These kids are the nicest group of kids I think I've ever interacted with since we've been doing Muncie Media.
You said it right there, Rob. Unbelievable. We've become really close to these girls down there on the floor. One of the big reasons is we've watched most of them for 4 years, followed them along. You got some great ball players down there, along with some great personalities. And I told the girls that was up here before talking to us, you're going to miss them next year. We've been with a lot of those girls 4 years, and it's going to be a little bit different next year. Taylor will still be here, and a few of them. And,
you got Taylor and Emily Brown.
Yeah.
Bree Smith will be back next year.
Megan Carver.
Abby Bailey, Megan Carver, Taryn Nichols, who's played a lot this year. And an undefeated JV team and an undefeated freshman team. And I hear the middle school teams are excellent as well. So quite a run going on here for the Tigers. Quite a run by Nokomis in the first half as they came out shooting lights out. They had a 28-20 lead, and the Tigers were stunned. They took a timeout, clawed back. They have a very slim 31-30 lead here, Gary. Let's take a look. Exon unknown here in the second half. Taking a look for Chelsea Crockett across the way with Nokomis. I mean, she's got to say, hey, more of the same thing, ladies.
Yeah, well, that's what they're going to have to do if they can uphold what they just did the first half. Personally, I'm wondering if they can keep up the pace here. They don't have a really deep bench at all. They've got 5 to 7 good players off the,
And as Dick said in the stats, only 3 kids have scored.
Yeah. So are they going to run out of steam? I mean, they've given Gardiner a tremendous game here for one half. Can they keep it up for the 2 more quarters is the big question.
Well, they had a little extension on the halftime because of the festivities. Tipped out of bounds. It's, boy. I think Nokomis caught a break there, so they'll inbound. Officials have done a terrific job tonight. This is their second game of the night, and they've had to get up and down the floor. They're doing a terrific job of managing this one. Townsend got the Katsu on it here to start the second half. Little back cut, pop inside, count it. Cameron King.
I think that's going to be on McKenna.
Got to be her third.
That will hurt taking her out right now because they've.
Got it. Got the 3-point play. 2-point lead here for Nokomis. McKenna Johnson. Brown holds. Tigers look to move. That's tipped. Back outside. Kicked inside to Takatsu. Makes the move underneath and in. Well, see, Takatsu is getting single coverage, Gary.
Yeah. She made that look so easy, and you could almost see she had that all programmed before she got the ball.
Well, I think it was a halftime adjustment. Townsend comes. Puts it up.
Here we go. Yeah.
Gruber gets harassed, almost lost it. Takatsu got her hands on it. Takatsu will come with it. Comes Taylor, trips, get it to Brown. In the Gruber. Gruber went lefty. Fadeaway won't go. Hawthorne the rebound. Tied at 33. Left side, Townsend. She goes, trying to draw another foul on Gruber. Gruber's got 2. Johnson 3. Still only 1 foul in the game against Nokomis.
Yeah, they haven't put anybody to the foul line.
Townsend pops outside, going to be shot and out of bounds. And you got to think at some point, Mike Gray's going to remind the officials maybe that they've only had 1 foul the whole game. Am I right, Dick? They've had 1 foul the whole game. Yeah, just double check when I asked that guy, Dick Layton. Doesn't mean it's not right, but I'm telling you, Mike Gray's going to mention it. Comes Johnson. Gallagher. High post. Tipped away. Good defense there by Townsend. Terrific player. Surveys the scene. Kicks it right side to Hawthorne. Hawthorne thought about it. She goes up with it. Puts it up. Won't go. Rebound right into the hands and drop halfway down and out. Gruber, the rebound, is trying to get out of the way.
Good effort. Lizzie was way out at the foul line. She came in there strong and took that rebound off the board.
Yeah, right now, Coach Gray is not happy with the way that they are matching up and harassing Gruber on rebounds. He wants some of that stuff called, and Rusty Hopkins and Coach Gray are in a discussion about it. Popped outside, the 3 won't go. Rebound underneath. Brown goes up high off the glass. And she's getting called on player control, and Coach Gray.
Coach Gray is a little bit upset.
He wants a timeout. Settle things down. 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here with it. Well, this is good. This is adversity, and this is what you want. Because sometimes, the calls aren't going to go for you in a game, rightly or wrongly. And you know what? You can't fix that.
That's right.
You can't fix that. You have to play through that.
And like you say, we're getting close to tourney time, and this is a good test for both teams.
Absolutely.
Especially the Tigers. They've had it so easy this far.
Exactly.
And they need to pursue and get through this tonight as a team.
You remember that aftershave? I think it was called karate. The aftershave.
Oh,
there?
yeah.
And you get it. you know, you put on there, you get slapped in the face.
Yeah.
And you'd say, thanks, I needed that. Well, that's what the Tigers are getting right here.
I thought he was going to hit me.
Gary Deckard almost fell out of the bleachers, popped outside, and rolls around the rim and in a three-point basket for Hawthorne. Comes Gallagher. Tigers got Brown wide open. She's hit 3 threes, 4 threes. Savvy on her 4th three of the game. Ties it at 36. So this is good, as we said. Karate 5-0. Was that what the stuff was? Got a push underneath.
I didn't start shaving until I was 48.
So in the rebounding action, Coach Gray with a clap across the way.
First personal foul.
Yeah, all good stuff, Gary.
Yeah, we got Nokomis in a 1-3-1 zone right now.
Looped into Gruber. Gruber's going to go up, put it down. And got tangled up underneath. Migliori, I think, is down. Kaylee Bates, the athletic trainer on site, is out. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. You're watching high school basketball on Munzing Media.
Coaches and athletes know that teamwork is the key to success. At the Gosline Insurance Group, our team is comprised of knowledgeable, enthusiastic, and dedicated agency personnel who are committed to keeping our clients informed and protected. Featuring 9 agencies throughout the area, the Gosline Insurance Group is the largest locally owned independent agency group in Central Maine. As a trusted choice agent, we are dedicated to you and are committed to treating you as a person and not as a policy. This commitment means we will work for you and not the insurance company. So call us today and let our team put you on the path to success.
Strategic Real Estate Services, serving all buyers and sellers. 2 locations, 335 Water Street, Gardiner, and 83 Kennedy Memorial Drive, Waterville. From residential to commercial, solutions and strategy.
Back here with it.
That might be Aqua. It was Aqua Velvet, Rob.
It was called Skin Bracer. Aftershave. Thanks, I needed that.
Right. Oh, yeah.
This Google thing's a great thing. Well, we're back at it here after the injury timeout. We don't speculate on injuries. Hawthorne.
Whoa.
Lizzie said no.
Now, Chris, that was almost a volleyball slap, wasn't it?
Yeah, Lizzie, don't forget All-State volleyball as well. We've got some All-State athletes here. Bruce Townsend, All-State field hockey player. Cameron King going to work on Johnson. And she finishes. She took it at Johnson because Johnson's playing with 3. McKenna had to back off just a little bit.
Cameron King with the basket.
Tied at 38.
Oh.
Gallagher thought about
it, yeah.
McKenna Johnson launches, won't go. Rebound tipped out of bounds off the Tigers, Megan Gallagher. Well, Tigers have not tried pressure, but here they come a little bit. King dribbles and gets it to Townsend. Townsend way outside, going on Takatsu.
Looked like a travel there, and Coach Gray wants it too.
Tigers, Gallagher on the D, gets a tie-up.
Goes to the Tigers.
So Tigers looking to dig in on the D a little bit, so I'm extend the defense that time. Neither team has pressed the other. Bevy of ball handlers in this one, 38-38, 3:50 left. Remember, our clock not official. Chris keeps it pretty close. Gallagher. Looped inside to Gruber. She's got an easy put in there. Nice entry pass coming in from Takatsu.
15 for Lizzie Gruber.
Takatsu on the harassment, making Townsend work. Townsend goes, puts it up, won't go, gets her rebound. Wants to go against Gruber, but Takatsu sneaks in. Steals the biscuits. Right side now, Nichols.
I wouldn't mess with Taylor. She could.
Johnson outside. Nice rotation on that. Wouldn't go. Gruber rebound saves it for Gallagher. Gallagher on the take. Loops it inside to Gruber. Nice pass to.
Here we go. They've got the wheels going now. Nokomis takes a timeout.
Yeah, good timeout, Nokomis.
Yes.
Tigers have come down and executed well in the offense, and partly because they got their defense going here as they've stepped up the defense in the half court.
18 points.
So we had been scheduled to do a hockey game, but that game got moved from the January 16th to a date we already have 2 other games going on. So we won't be able to pick up that Coney Gardiner game, unfortunately. So Nokomis took the timeout. As you said, they were a little short tonight anyway, and I'm not sure with the injury if that will shorten the bench a little bit more here for Chelsea Crockett. She did a beautiful job of prepping her team coming in here against the Gardiner Tigers.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many players have they used, Dick.
Last call for tonight's 50-50. We are over $500.
Only 7 players, Rob, have they used, so $500.
So these kids have played a lot of basketball from Nokomis. They're in tremendous shape. I mean, but I think it's a good idea for the Tigers to put the pressure on a little bit, Gary. It's the kids that have been playing a lot.
Well, I'd run them now. That's just what they're doing there.
Make them work every dribble. 2 good athletes matched up right there, and Townsend and Takatsu into the corner. Comes back out tipped.
Tigers stepping their defense up a little. That was from downtown.
Hit downtown by Cameron King.
She's their big shooter and scorer.
1-point game. Nokomis has had an answer. Comes out to Gallagher. She's lined up for 3. Why not?
Oh, she knows where the basket is.
He knows how to fill it up with eye test. Right there, Megan Gallagher, 45-41. I don't think Nokomis is going anywhere. They're battling. Put it up. That one's going to be loose. Gruber will get it. She'll get bumped. So remember when the Tigers were getting a little frustrated at one time, Gary, you and I made the point of, hey, listen, these things happen in games. You know, you've got to play through those moments of frustration when things don't seem to be going your way, and not dwell on it. Because I found as a coach, you know, you're not going to fix the past.
No, and you got to realize you're playing a tournament team here. It's
Comes in the Gruber. She got it tipped away. Now she swoops in. And they call hell ball. It'll be Nokomis on the possession arrow.
This Nokomis team has won 4 out of the last 5.
And you can see why. They came in prepared. They're executing very well. Terrific high school basketball game. We're tickled to be here with you. 1:48 left here in the quarter. Gruber shut off the baseline. Takes away the pass as well. Kicked inside to Mishu in the game. Mishu gets it back. The floater, no good. Gruber.
There we go. That's a little too much.
Yeah, it's headed towards the music room parking lot. Megan says I couldn't catch up to that one.
It's been a real good game.
Townsend fights Gruber for the rebound, steps on the line to be Tiger ball. What a competitor Bree Townsend is, huh? What a competitor, what an athlete. Gosh.
If that wasn't
she's played the whole game, Gary.
Yeah.
I think.
She's a great teacher. You saw her take that shot from out here and follow her shot. She almost came up with the ball off the rebound.
She's played every dribble of the game, and she's handled the ball a lot.
Yeah.
What a motor she's got. She's in great shape. Comes over Nichols. Nichols got it tipped away, got it back. Back outside to Gallagher. Gruber comes up high, sets a pick. Nichols is going to launch one. Aired up. Gruber kept it alive. Somehow found a way to put it up and in.
Yeah.
Gruber with the block. What a block by Gruber. Scores on the offensive end, comes down, plays basket defender deflects the shot, gets it. Now she's got it underneath. She's up and in.
22 points for Lizzie Gruber.
49-41. Crucial time here for Nokomis. They need a good possession here with 24 seconds left. They can hold it if they want. They'll get it inside and kick back outside. Foul called on Nichols, I believe. We'll take a look at this one, Gary.
What usual Lizzie Gruber block right there with that big left hand. She goes up, brings it down. Up the floor we go.
Well, she blocks and keeps them in play a lot of times, too.
She does. And she's always, as soon as she grabs that rebound, she's looking up court for one of her players.
On the hip, made a double dribble. Dick was making the signal up here. I was afraid he was going over the chains.
That's why we have chains up here. If people are wondering about us old people, we've got chains across this big window.
In the Gruber. She's loose on the left side. Went up, got it blocked by Townsend. Stays Tiger basketball. 3.9. See what the Tigers got. You got to figure it's going to be maybe an entry.
I'm sure they've got to play for it.
Gruber comes in. They try to get it back to Gruber. And good defense out there.
That's where a good bounce pass comes in handy.
King with some good defense there, but the Tigers have extended out to 49-41. We've got a fourth quarter coming up. We're glad you're with us. Stay with us, and we'll be back after this.
At a family's time of loss, making arrangements with those you know and trust can lessen the burden, so you may better focus on preparations and services. Family First Funeral Homes and Cremation Care's network of long-established, family-managed firms is here for families like yours, providing experienced and compassionate service throughout Central Maine. They are Lowry Brothers and Wheeler Funeral Homes in Fairfield and Oakland, Knowlton and Hewins and Roberts Funeral Homes, serving Augusta and Winthrop, and Staples Funeral Home for families in Gardiner, Maine. Each staff is experienced at accommodating the unique needs of the families we serve, as well as pre-arranging services for individuals. All of the Family First locations stay true to our traditions and commitment to the communities we've served for decades. Together, we join with you to celebrate lives well lived. Family First Funeral Homes and Cremation Care, where your family is our family.
Want to give a shout out to Nate Nichols, one of our great anchor sponsors, Gosline Retirement Planning. Thank you, Nate, for your support, making these games possible across all our platforms. Nichols back outside, Brown. Grady in the game. They'll come into Gruber. Gruber back outside. Johnson's going to pop. Lizzie swoops and gets fouled.
Well, I guess she's going to go to the foul line, which very few foul shots, huh?
Yeah, Gruber's been at the foul line. She hit too early, but
they got two defensive players on her down underneath now, so.
First personal foul.
King's first foul. Of course, Nokomis, nobody in foul trouble. McKenna Johnson with 3, but she's played very well with those 3 fouls the whole second half.
Well, that's the big thing, Rob. The Tigers have got so much depth that somebody gets in, one of the starters get in foul trouble, they can bring them out. They've got about 9 or 10 deep over there that could start in it every night.
Well, and exactly you're seeing that right now. Karen Nichols in the game.
Yeah.
Emily Grady in the game.
Right.
Giving some kids a rest. That's a nice take, left-handed finish.
What the Tigers
King
can't do right now is let Nokomis back in the game. They're up by 7. They've got to put the knife in this.
And if you're Nokomis, don't panic. You played a terrific game. Just keep executing. They really want to come into Gruber, and she's harassed by the Lilliputans. Grady going to pop it outside. Won't go. Rebound Nichols. Nichols goes up, lays it up and in. Taryn Nichols. Big basket by Taryn on the putback. Popped outside, long range by Reagan King. She's hit a couple out there. Not a bad shot for her. Crucial time in this game, both ways. Tigers can extend. They're up to a 9-point lead. Biggest lead of the night has been 8 points by Nokomis at 28-20 inside the Gruber, but they backed in on the defense. Townsend ahead to King. King puts it up, won't go. Rebound, Tigers. Grady did a good job getting it back to Johnson
Wide open.
underneath. And Nichols up for two. They lost track of Taryn Nichols. And Taryn cashes in. 4 points in the game for Taryn. And Gruber, watch out the student section. We're going to have to put somebody in concussion protocol. Hope it wasn't my granddaughter Karen down there. Gosh, was it Karen? It was close to Karen. Close to Karen Munsing down there. Give us a look down there, Nate. Owen, all those kids down there. They were ducking. They got a fistful of basketball down there. But one of the things that's come back here in the last couple of weeks, and boys and girls here, from once we started calling it the jab, I think that was the thing, Gary. That was the key to it. They started filling up that student section again.
Chad got that new banner up there for us.
And they had, I think things had gotten out of control back a bit ago, so they kind of moved the students from there and tried to put them over the other side. Now, I think they probably had a little get-together, and they said, okay, if you're going to be there, this is what we got to do and how we're going to do it. And they got some adults mixed in there, too.
Right.
And then they have the senior citizen section there that those guys are half asleep. So back outside. Pop foul called, and I think it's McKenna Johnson. She's got her hands over her face. She's got 4 fouls. Emily Brown going to come in for her. Cameron King, she's been a good scorer. She's one of the kids that has led the way so far for Nokomis. Dick will be on with us post-game. We'll also give out the Northeast Nutrition and Energy high energy player of the game, as well as the Capsa Pizza. We'll get a little tight down there. I didn't know maybe he's wants to get out on the floor. Gallagher goes corner, popped outside. Won't go. Gruber rebound, tipped away. And Nokomis basketball. 6:03 left. 54-45. Tigers up by 9. Taryn Nichols comes out, gets the high five from coach on the bench. Taryn came in, contributed 4 points. Just as Gary was talking about the deep bench the Tigers have, Taryn said, yeah, I'll show Mr. Verhill exactly what we're talking about. On the take, foul going to be called on Emily Brown on the block. It's going to be the 5th Tiger foul. 3 fouls on Nokomis.
That's what you don't really want to do with 5 minutes left, is to put Nokomis players at the foul line, stopping the clock. And on the other hand, coming down, no real hurry for an offense. Set it up and burn a little time off this clock. You're only up by 8.
King with another point. Dick will let us know how she's doing. .22 points for Cameron King. 23 now. Great job. I want to thank Dick Layton, doing a tremendous job. Dick scores the old-fashioned way. Pencil, paper. Takatsu back in the game, and the ball's loose. Tigers win the loose ball battle. Lizzie swoops back outside to Brown. She's got 4. 5! And didn't draw anything. It'll turn over the Tigers. Nokomis coming down. They know they got to get some shots off. Tigers starting to extend here. The biggest lead of the night now with 10 points. Gruber. Lizzie's played all but a couple of minutes. Got it outside. Tigers taking some time, and they can.
Yes, they certainly can and should.
Floater. Gallagher went up with it. Sakatsu board banging. Inside, called timeout. They called hell ball. We're going Nokomis. Sometimes the old coach comes out to me, Gary. You know,
I've seen that. Jeez, I've seen that.
Try not to do it.
Especially when you get all worked up and use your vocabulary that you've learned coaching.
Yeah, I've got to calm down. I'm 70 now, Gary.
71? No, right, 70.
Back outside. Hawthorne got it over right side. Emma Marble in the game, number 24, and we're going to get a riding call outside on Brown. So you're getting ready to play the Gardiner Tigers, right? And you're going down and going through and say, okay, we really got to watch, this person. She's a great three-point shooter, and this other girl will take some three-point shots too. Well, you're probably talking about Megan Gallagher and then Savvy Brown. And what Savvy do, she rips off 5 3-pointers in the game.
That's right. You start pulling your defense out on those players, and you're leaving the big girls, Lizzie and Tay, you're leaving them wide open underneath, even if they do take the shot. Is the ideal situation for a rebound off to one of those two girls.
But now they finally rotate over. Nokomis has played very gamely, but they're a little tired right now as they played a shorter bench. Into Gruber. Ooh. She got the Lilliputans on her. And 3 seconds called on Gruber. Good sportsmanship there as kids pitch in to help her out. King sisters, good kids. Boy, these Nokomis kids are good kids. You can tell, aren't they, huh?
They
good athletes. They play the game the right way. Credit to Chelsea Crockett, their head coach. Doing right by the game of basketball. Hawthorne in the paint. She's got to get out. Gallagher with the steal. Megan surveys the floor, pulls it out, waits, loops it into Lizzie, and somehow, some way, the Tigers came up with it and gets it to Brown. And she hits her 6-3. So the Tigers get the most opportune bounce for a second offensive chance. And who's it rolled to? The hottest shooter tonight in America. And she knocks it down for her 6-3. The Tigers are scrambling for the ball, and all of a sudden the ball rolls out. We're going to take a look at it here. Next dead ball, Chris. We'll take a look at it. Well, I know Savvy Brown's got at least 18 points. In the corner. Emily says, I can do it too. Yes, I can.
Well, Tigers back at their sharpshooting. Threes.
Hawthorne goes in the paint on Gruber. She's going to kick it back out. She had a back cut. They missed it. King was open. Reagan King here. Gruber.
Lizzie looks up for that long pass downfield.
Looking for Gronk.
Yeah. We all.
Gallagher brings it in and out. Rebounds underneath. That was Emily Grady with the rebound. The Tigers move it quickly. They're in no hurry here. Offline, and Grady gets a face plant, but she's going to go to the line. Emily Grady. So we can take a look at that action, Gary. Tigers were scrambling here, and they ended up getting a pretty opportune bounce. We'll look at it after. We'll take a look at it. We can take a look at it now as we'll get timeout on the floor. Chris is going to run back the replay, get us set to go. So Tigers were in a scramble here, Gary.
Yeah, that's another beautiful shot from the outside.
That was Savvy Brown. And what had happened on that, the Tigers were fighting for the rebound, and the ball kind of pinballed off a few different players, and who was standing out there behind the arc was Savvy Brown. Savvy says, I know what to do with this biscuit. I'm going to put it back in the oven.
And she did.
Knocked it down for another 3.
How many threes for the Tigers, Dick?
Well, Savvy's got 3. She's got 6 threes.
8 threes for the Tigers tonight.
Emily's got 1, and Megan Gallagher's got 1. Our stats unofficial. So 63-47. 1 point game at the half. 31-30 at the half. Tigers have dug in on the D here a little bit, Gary, in the second half. Yes. 17 points for Nokomis here.
I think
these kids have played great. Emily Grady. Harold Campbell, your old buddy, class buddy.
Hey, Harold. How you doing down there? He's down there in St. Pete, too. Down.
Gary will be heading to Florida soon as he signed a contract with the Boston Red Sox. Kick back outside to Hawthorne. She's going to pop it. She's hit outside there, and she hits again. That's a 2-point basket. Pressure here.
Yeah.
Tipped out of bounds. I think Nokomis would, if they couldn't, they've got the team to press, but they don't have the depth to press, Gare. Huh?
Yeah, you hit it right on the nail. On the head, I guess they say. But they're quick enough, that's for sure. I don't know why they didn't try it earlier, but probably didn't want to, like you said, get in foul trouble.
Right. And they did not. They played great. One foul in the first half.
They've really come to town, play basketball.
Great play by Johnson. Brown steps in. Gallagher's got it underneath to Gruber now for 2. Johnson to Gruber. Under 2 minutes. Boy, nice move. Cameron King. Cameron in the 20s now on points. And one of the reasons you don't press the Tigers, everybody out there is a ball handler.
Yeah.
They go zip zap.
I don't think that's going to work.
Tigers spreading the floor, taking their time. And this is good to prepare that. Back cut. Up and in for Megan Johnson. What a pass by Savvy Brown.
That's what you do. You set up out there to burn some time off the clock, and you look for somebody empty underneath, wide open like McKenna was.
McKenna Johnson, shooting 1.
McKenna, first basket for McKenna.
Yeah, McKenna got in a little foul trouble early, but she's played her normal great game, facilitating game.
That's the good thing about this team. They can, 1 or 2 people can be down one night, the others pick up the game, end up being leading scorers, shooting threes. They really come back strong here tonight.
Well, it projects to be a great end of the regular season, as Gary told you. The Tigers, tough game tonight. They've got tough games left, Gary.
Yeah, they have. They've got a matchup next Tuesday night. Gardiner fans want to be up there to Coney High School and root them on. Coney, number 2, Class A North. So that'll be a matchup, number 2. Then following Friday or so, they got a matchup with a tough number 3 Lawrence, who they just barely got by the second or third game of the year.
Yeah, the second game of the year. Yeah, that was the game we did down here. That was a Taffy poll. That was in the 30s, I think, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, that was a tough one. And
excuse me.
They've got to go up into that Lawrence gym.
Reagan King popped up outside. Now we got a tie-up. Addie Serber in the game, number 3 for the Tigers. Taylor Hawkins. This is Emily Brown. Emily's got a 3 in the game. Dick will have all the final tally. Hawkins goes in, gets it knocked away. We'll have our Northeast Nutrition High Energy Player of the Game, as well as our Capsa Pizza Player of the Game. We thank those 2 businesses sponsoring our Players of the Game. Emily Brown kicks it back outside now. Bree Smith, right side. Hawkins pops it up, won't go. Rebound, Reagan King. Well, Nokomis is going to say, okay, you know, we face this Gardiner club again later on in the season. We know we can play with them. We played with them twice.
Yeah, they're going to be somebody to reckon with up to the Civic Center.
Well, it's going to be a very competitive
Class A
North. That's the clubs that we follow along. We also follow Class C South with our coverage of Halldale. We'll have some big Halldale games coming up. They've kind of coasted through. They've been playing some teams that they've been scoring 90 points against and stuff like that. That's all going to change coming up because they got themselves some opponents. They've got a Spruce Mountain team coming in, and that's a game that we switched our coverage on. We're going to cover that. I think that's a February 1st game. We're going to cover that game, Spruce. Spruce beat them over at Spruce. Halldale will look to get the revenge at Penny Gymnasium, and they've got Spruce, and they've also got another
OOB
opponent in Old Orchard Beach from down south. So that's also a game Muncie Media will carry. So Halldale will have teams that, just like the Tigers, will get them tournament tested.
Yeah, well,
doesn't do any good beating anybody by 75 points. I mean, it just doesn't, because that's not how the tournament's going to play out. Into Carver back outside. And we're down the final 10 seconds of the game. We'll take the break after the end of the game, and we'll have Dick tally up, and we'll also name our players of the game. And that will do it. So the Tigers will come up with a 70-54 victory here tonight. Final thoughts, Gary Verhill.
Well, I thought the game went just as I thought it was going to, or we did pregame, until about the third quarter, and then you started to see the Nokomis Warriors getting worn down with not that big a bench, and to come in there and replace some of the first-string talent that they had. So, but they gave the Tigers a heck of a game, as we thought they would. I really thought it would be just like it was. They're a well-disciplined Nokomis team, well-coached, and they will be at the Civic Center causing problems with a few other teams.
Well, they came out of the gate, Gary, shooting lights out, and you wondered how long can you keep that up?
That's right.
And Tigers stuck with their plan, and but it was a real basketball game. It was a good game to cover.
It was, and on the other hand, the Tigers did a great job as usual. Everybody contributed tonight to get in there. The people picking up the scoring did a great job. Of course, Lizzie Gruber and Tay Takatsu, their usual tough game underneath. McKenna Johnson and Megan Gallagher, the whole thing. You can go on and on about this Tiger team, because you don't talk about 5 people, you talk about 10 people in there contributing to a win. So
absolutely.
Until next Tuesday night, if you want to get up there to Coney High School and root these girls on as they face a tough Coney High School team.
Have a good night, guys.
Who is right now, last I looked, was 9-2 and in the number 2 spot, right behind the Tigers. So,
Tigers beat them early on, and that was the first game of the season. The game, did we do that game? I can't remember.
No,
it was at Coney. We did the.
No, it was home.
It was home. Yeah, we did it.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, and so Coney, they also cover their game, so you can watch that on CTV7 Facebook page, I think. So that game will be covered for those of you who watch from away. Well, we're going to take a break. Dick's going to finish the tally. We're going to come back with post-game awards and the final stats of this one. We come back after this.
At Randolph Hardware, our game plan is simple. We offer way more than just hardware, but it all starts with a promise. We have what you need, and always with a smile. We have a huge selection of paint, plumbing, electrical, and gardening supplies to help you complete simple projects to major home renovations. We also offer a rental center, factory authorized power equipment repair, and the best tool selection around. So stop in today and let the Randolph Hardware team help make your project a winner.
Don't feel like cooking dinner? Call Capsa's Pizza in Farmingdale. You can make the whole family happy with our award-winning pizza, sandwiches made on fresh baked bread, delicious nachos, or salads made to order. And don't forget the whoopie pies. We pride ourselves on fast, friendly service and an overall experience that's better than you might expect from a pizza place. So order Capsa's tonight. Pick it up, have it delivered, or enjoy our dining room. Give us a call at 582-0522 or enjoy the convenience of online ordering at capsaspizza.com.
If you want to boost your energy, metabolism, and nutrition, try one of Northeast Nutrition's 85 energizing teas. Fruity, made with natural aloe, stevia, and herbal and green teas. Or have a low-carb 200 to 300 calorie shake for breakfast or lunch. Choose from over 50 flavors like Fluffernutter or Pumpkin Turtle Cheesecake. Northeast Nutrition also has customized protein iced coffees, caffeine-free options for the kiddos, and specialty drinks for athletes. Northeast Nutrition, 599 Main Avenue, Farmingdale. Follow on Facebook at Northeast Nutrition and Energy. If you want to boost your energy, metabolism, and nutrition, try one of Northeast Nutrition's 85 energizing teas. Fruity, made with...
When I'm on the road speaking, I'm able to have sidebar conversations with everybody that wants to come talk to me. And I hear about their family and loved ones that are going through maybe cancer, maybe a critical